The authorities of the occupying country, the Russian Federation, have given an urgent order to drive military equipment into the center of Moscow, while reinforced posts with equipment specially equipped with electronic warfare systems have been set up near the Kremlin. This happened after a massive attack by Ukrainian UAVs, the Moscow Times Telegram channel reports, citing Russian sources. It is reported that electronic warfare equipment has been deployed on the Bolshoi Kameny and Bolshoi Moskvoretsky bridges in the Russian capital. It is known that on May 21, after Russian dictator Putin's stubborn refusal to cease fire, the Ukrainian military resumed drone strikes on Moscow. As the capital's mayor Sobyanin reported, over the last 24 hours alone, more than 61 UAVs were allegedly shot down over the region, while over 300 were shot down over the territory of the Russian Federation as a whole. Russian air defense systems shot down 105 Ukrainian drones overnight on May 22, including 35 intercepted over Moscow Oblast, the Russian Defense Ministry has claimed. Due to the drone attack, all four Moscow airports, Sheremetyevo, Vnukovo, Domodedovo and Zhukovsky, as well as airports in Tambov and Vladimir were temporarily closed. Ukraine regularly launches drone attacks against Russian military and industrial facilities in the rear to undermine Russia's ability to wage its all-out war. Moscow and surrounding regions have faced a growing number of Ukrainian drone incursions in recent weeks. While few drones appear to have reached the capital itself, their mere approach has already forced widespread disruption. Since the beginning of the year, Russian airports have been temporarily shut down at least 217 times due to drone threats. Recently, Ukrainian drones struck Russia's Bucha semiconductor plant in Oryol Oblast, which produces parts for Sukhoi warplanes and Iskander and Kinzhal missiles. The facility provides components to at least 19 Russian factories engaged in manufacturing Sukhoi fighter jets as well as Iskander and Kinzhal ballistic missiles. In April, President Volodymyr Zelensky announced that Ukraine is ramping up drone production to the maximum. Since the start of the full-scale invasion, Ukraine has been developing and deploying technological innovations and cutting-edge unmanned systems. Both Ukraine and Russia have increasingly relied on drone warfare, using aerial, naval, and ground-based drones for reconnaissance and combat missions. Russian President Vladimir Putin presented on Thursday the Order of St. Andrew the Apostle, the first called to Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, Russia's highest award. The talent, knowledge, experience, and intelligence of Russia's chief diplomat Sergei Viktorovich Lavrov have earned him unconditional respect in our country and around the world, both among friends, as we sometimes say, and among so-called geopolitical opponents, Putin said. According to Associated Press, Putin also presented state awards to the editor-in-chief of Russian TV channel Russia Today Margarita Simonyan, cosmonaut Oleg Kononenko, and a nurse of a motorized rifle unit, Corporal Ludmila Balalaya, who covered a seriously wounded soldier from shrapnel on the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. Together with millions of the same workers, creators and heroes, as united people, and as one team we will solve any problems, respond to any challenges. Putin added.
Награжден Лавров Сергей Викторович.
Талант, знания, опыт, интеллект главного дипломата России Сергея Викторовича Лаврова принесли ему безусловное уважение и в нашей стране, и во всем мире, как среди друзей, так, как у нас иногда говорят, и среди так называемых геополитических оппонентов. И в основе такого признания его преданность России, готовность в любой обстановке твердо отстаивать ее интересы.
Маргарита Симоновна, главный редактор телеканала Russia Today. Образования, культуры и многолетнюю добросовестную работу. Ордена командир отряда космонавтов.
награды государства, общественное признание – важный знак того, что вы и такие люди, как вы, нужны России. Что вместе с миллионами таких же тружеников, созидателей, героев, как сплоченный единый народ, и как вот недавно прозвучало на встрече с волонтерами в Курске, как одна команда мы решим любые задачи, ответим на любые вызовы.
Настоящее и наше будущее. Сейчас мы с прискорбием наблюдаем, как...
Я не понимаю, как вы кого-то закрывали?
Ну, я старалась.
Another video has been released, capturing Ukrainian kamikaze drone attack near a military aerodrome in the territory of a military museum in Russian capital Moscow and Moscow region. The video footage shared on Telegram channels shows a kamikaze drone striking the Kubinka district, where a Russian military airfield is located. According to reports, there have been several drone attacks on this area. A powerful explosion followed the strike. According to the Russian Defense Ministry, 63 drone attacks have been recorded in the Moscow region in the past 2 days. Despite the ministry's claims that the Ukrainian drones were shot down by air defense systems, footage taken by local residents and shared on Telegram channels shows that some of those drones managed to hit Russian targets. It should be noted that on May 21st and 22nd, restrictions were imposed at Moscow airports due to drone attacks, and flights were postponed. Ukraine launched large-scale drone attacks across Russian regions overnight on May 22. Russia said Ukrainian drones were downed over Moscow as well as Oryol, Kursk, Belgorod, Tula, Kaluga, Voronezh, Lipetsk, Smolensk and Bryansk regions. Kiev hasn't commented on the attacks. Ukraine regularly launches drone attacks against Russian military and industrial facilities to undermine Kremlin's ability to wage the war.
Вон он летит. Ебал. У нас